be able to see how to do that. Really cool stuff. You can see I get all worked up about it. This is why I give it all away for free. I've been blessed in my life. All right? I don't have to ask you for any money. I don't. Call it good karma, that transformation I talked to some of you about. I was transformed. I spend my life contributing to others. I don't worry about myself anymore. Everything else gets taken care of. I can't tell you, and I've done well in my life. So I'm okay. As long as I'm contributing to others, I'm doing it. So there's no agenda. I ain't selling nothing. You can't buy anything. You can't even donate to me. I don't even have a nonprofit to accept donations. I'm not doing it. All right. So 50% of the limit. So when I'm coaching someone, we may go out and have someone who's buried, got 30 grand in credit card debt, almost all maxed out cards, can barely pay their bills, whatever, right? Bam, I go find them a $5,000 credit card at 0%. What we do is we'll transfer off, let's say he has a Capital One credit card with 5 grand on it, maxed out. We get a new credit card with 5 grand, nothing on it. We'll transfer $2,500 from the Capital One to the new Citibank. I have a new card under 50%. I transfer my old card under 50%, and we achieve a grand slam in coaching, I call it. A grand slam is when we make a move that eliminates interest, increases your cash flow, and increases your credit score all in the same move. It's a grand slam. Those are easy grand slams to do when you know what you're doing. It was easy for him. So you have to understand that his Capital One payment went down. There's 0% on the other credit card, so it's like instead of $125, it's $72 or $85 payment. It's all going towards principal rather than most of it towards interest, and his credit score goes up, which gives us more room for another move. It's called a stair-step racehorse strategy, I call it. So we start really slow, and we gain momentum getting people out of debt, eliminating interest, increasing cash, not changing your lifestyle. All right, so the next ratio is 30%, and it doesn't have nearly the impact. So if someone's at like 39% on all their cards, and we go down to 30, you might get an 8, 10, 12, 20-point credit score increase. The big ones happen here, and then when you get down to 0. Okay? If you are maxed out or over the limit on your cards, you're getting penalized twice as hard. Share debt amongst many cards. That's what we were talking about here. You don't want to be over that percentage. Use each card every 6 months. If you have credit cards that are paid off, that are sitting in a drawer that you haven't used in 6 months, it shows on your credit report that you have the card, but it also shows on the credit report that you do not have a date of last activity for 6 months. And what happens is that credit card is having no impact on your credit score or little. Go charge your next tank of gas, pay it off when the bill comes in, get a new date of last activity, bam, your credit score goes up. So years ago, I don't even remember how long ago it was, I learned a lot of this stuff by trial and error, man. I wanted to learn how to teach. I was like, okay, I'm doing pretty good. I want to teach people this stuff, whatever. How do I haven't done it in a while. What do I do? Well, I went out. Drove my wife crazy. Oh, I went out and applied for 20 credit cards one night, right? I had so many credit cards learning about stuff. And my wife learned that by coming to an event. She goes, wait a minute, we got all these cards. And she would hand me a new set of cards every few months. 5 or 6, here, use these. Okay, here, use these. And then, whatever. I don't even remember if my score went up because I didn't care. When you don't have any debt, you don't care what your credit score is, right? All right, so do not close your credit cards, right? We talked about that because if you close them, then remember the third thing on your credit score, the third biggest impact is the average age of file. Your credit card dates, how old they are the third biggest impact on your credit. You cannot have a auto loan or something have the same impact because when you pay it off, it's no longer open and you can't keep reporting that activity because there is none. Make sense? I'm not going to go into payoff before closing dates because it's confusing, but here's a trick for item number 3, which is coming next. If you have someone in your life that trusts you and you trust them and you will help each other, you could ask them for a favor if they're in the following category. You can be asked to get added as an authorized user on their credit card, like maybe a parent or something. Like my dad's got this Wells Fargo MasterCard. I swear it's 30 years. Well, I know he had it when I was in college. Oh, I'm dating myself. I don't want to date myself. It's over 20 years ago, right? And he probably had it for 5 years, which means he's had that Wells Fargo MasterCard for 25 years. If he adds me as an authorized user on that card, it shows up on my report as if I've had it for 25 years. My score goes crazy. Now, the key is, does he feel safe? Well, is David going to go charging on my card? And then he's not going to pay the bill and I'm not going to know? No, 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 no. You see, he can call up and add me and say, by the way, send me the card. Don't send it to Dave. He can tear it up when it comes in. Dave doesn't have access to it, whatever. So you can really do some crazy stuff. If I added my 15-year-old son, right, which I could because I have a social security number, I can add him as an authorized user, and he'll have if I have a credit card that's over 15 years, it'll show that he had a credit card before he was born. Crazy, isn't it? All right.